Hey guys! So today I thought I'd switch things up, and instead of showing you an editing tutorial, I thought it would be fun to show you guys some stuff I use to actually take the photo. I'm going to share with you my top photo styling essentials. I get this question a lot, and I feel like I'm always finding out like new tips and tricks and hacks, so I thought I'd share some with you guys today. So our first item is a craft foam board. You probably remember these from science fair maybe in like elementary school when you have the little trifold. This is just a smaller version and it's super cheap. I think it's like $1 or $2. And I use it for a couple different reasons in photos. The first is just as a plain white foam board, and you can use it to reflect and bounce light off of your object. It really helps when you're shooting portraits or pictures of people. The second way that I like to use the foam board is to spray paint them. I have a couple different spray painted options right now. I always get a lot of questions about my backgrounds, how I get my background color, and this is usually it. I like to use these instead of paper because I do a lot of food photography, a lot of messy things with like spills and ice cream, and I got really tired of wasting so much seamless paper. So I decided to spray paint a couple different foam boards. You can pick any color you want. I recommend a matte color. And when you're done with the flat lay, it works especially good for flat lays, you can just wipe it off with like a wet cloth and it's good as new. I like to spray paint both sides so I have the maximum number of color options. The second item is yet another thing from the kids craft aisle, sensing a pattern here. It's modeling clay. You might remember like Model Magic, that kind of thing. So if you've ever tried to take pictures of round objects and they just won't stop rolling around on the background, you know how frustrating that can be. So I like to take a little chunk of the modeling clay and stick it under the object so it stays put. I used to use actual tape for this, but it just kept ripping my seamless paper and it was just causing more of a headache than when the object was actually rolling around in the first place. So I think this is a good alternative, and when you get the modeling clay versus the air dry clay, it's drier and it doesn't leave a residue. It's not going to leave like that greasy stain on the paper. It just lifts right up and it's good to go. Next on the list is icing gel. You can find this in the baking aisle of most craft stores. It's used for dyeing the frosting for cakes and cupcakes and all that. But what I actually use it for is ice cream. So I feel like I spent forever buying and trying every single brand of strawberry ice cream that I could find, trying to find that vibrant bright pink that I wanted for the ice cream, and I just could not find it. So what I ended up doing was mixing in some icing gel with plain vanilla ice cream, and that way you can really get whatever color you want. I've done purple, it makes really pretty pastels, blues, greens, and that way you can just buy like a huge tub of vanilla ice cream and have so many options. I think the icing gel is a lot easier to use than regular food dye. Regular food dye pretty much just comes in like your standard red, yellow, blue, green. This already comes mixed in a lot of colors, and it really, I think, gives better pastels than food dye. So now heading back to the kids craft aisle for washable paint. I stock up on the white craft paint like crazy. I have so many bottles of this. If you've ever seen me like post a picture of spilled milk, melting ice cream, milkshakes, anything like that, it's probably this washable paint. It's not actually glue, which a lot of people assume it is. I used to use glue here and there, but it's so hard to clean up and it really just ruins paper backdrops. So I started using the washable paint, and in conjunction with the foam boards, it really just wipes right off with a cloth, and you can mix it with different colors, make like different color spills, stuff like that, and it's so easy. So following up on that fake food theme with a styrofoam mold. Full disclosure, I am not a baker. I can barely bake like a box cake mix. So when I want a cake for a shoot, my options are to drop like $50 at the grocery store for a cake, or buy one of these guys and frost my own. And the cool thing is they come in lots of shapes and sizes. They come in this round version, rectangular like sheet cakes, and from there you can really shape it into anything you want with just a serrated knife. I find these guys in the floral arrangement section of my craft store, and like I said, there's a lot of variety. So another cool thing about these is that you can really store them in your fridge for a good couple of months and just continue to reuse the cake over and over again instead of going out and buying multiple cakes, because it's not gonna go bad. So those are my top 5 favorite styling tricks, stuff that I've just kind of picked up along the way. I hope that you guys can find some ways to use them in your own photography, and if you guys have any cool tricks you like to use, leave them in the comments because I love learning new stuff like that. Thanks so much, guys!